Seahawks and the Falcons on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us down south to Mercedes-Benz Stadium on the west side of downtown Atlanta. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Matchup of a couple of teams, Greg, with one big thing in common. A new head coach from a season ago. These are always the seasons we want to see how they play out, how they can implement their plan going in.
And more often than not, Mike, as we all know, when you find yourself in position to make a coaching change, it's because the previous few seasons did not go according to plan. So the question is, did they find the right new head coach to lead them in this next era?
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Falcons, led out by their quarterback, Kirk Cousins. One of the big moves in the offseason, Atlanta acquiring Cousins in free agency. He had 6 years in Washington, the last 6 in Minnesota, and now he begins his run this season with the Falcons.
A lot of things jump off the tape when you watch last week, Mike, but it was really just the overall execution of the game plan that stuck out the most. I mean, not only did he get them in the end zone a handful of times, he protected the ball, and he routinely exploited the weaknesses that they found during the week on film. He's going to be looking to do the same thing over these next 4 quarters. If he's successful, they're going to have a shot to leave here with another win.
At the 36-yard line. Now a second down throw for Cousins. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And that'll move the sticks. First down, up to the 40.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
To the outside. Catch made by London.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete. The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline, and that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Seahawks come on, and that means it's Geno Smith. What a story he's been. Real turnaround here in his 12th year now in the NFL. He came out to Seattle, backed up Russell Wilson the last 3 years. Greg, he has been the starter, and he runs this Seattle offense now.
We had a chance to sit down with him this week, Mike. It almost came across to both of us that he wasn't entirely over last week's close loss. And he made the point. He said, listen, playing quarterback in the NFL, you're going to be judged by how well do you play and what is your record in one-score games. Last week, they found themselves on the wrong end of it. If they get themselves into a back-and-forth matchup today, they've got to make enough plays down the stretch to come away with the win. They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
Smith to throw on first down. Got his man at the 6. And he's into the end zone. Laviska Shenault. Touchdown, Seattle. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Myers, good on the extra point. And the Seahawks will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Here's Bijan Robinson, and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. And he's made a big impact in the passing game. As you look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards by a running back, his name right there at the top. On 1st and 10, Cousins. That's caught. It's Charlie Werner, the tight end.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Short throw taken by Pitts. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. Now Robinson. And that will get him back on schedule. Good pickup of 7. Sets up 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Cousins gonna throw. Open man, he's got it. It's London. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the first down. Here comes 4th down. They'll go. It's Robinson. And he's going to have a Falcons first down. They find a way to convert on 4th down and pick up 10 yards.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
Here's 2nd and 2. Cousins. Now a loose football. And this is taken in by the defense. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought. Knocks the ball loose. creating the takeaway.
Here comes the third-year man out of Michigan State, Kenneth Walker. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. They face second down and 7. On play action, Smith. He'll get this to the veteran tight end, Noah Fant. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the bootleg, it's Smith. This one taken in by Chenault.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules.
He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway. Now, following that sack, we have a player who is injured. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. From the shotgun, it's Smith. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he looks up and he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So after 7-0 is our score. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Moore going in motion. Here's a toss left side for Robinson. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against a perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
That's caught left side by Pitts. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Pitts able to secure the first down grab, and there's a lot of expectations now in Atlanta for the young tight end. I mean, you go back to his rookie year, going over 1,000 yards, something that hadn't been done since Mike Ditka in the 60s. There's very few guys that have his athleticism at the position. Now they just need the production to match.
2nd down, Cousins. Toward the middle, that's caught by Moore. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Robinson. He'll get about 2. Stop is made by Jaron Reed. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Here's Cousins throwing from the pistol. That's into the hands of Werner, the tight end. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. That's complete to Moore on the right side. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
This has been some kind of march downfield. Now, can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Tyler Algier, touchdown Falcons. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Here comes D. Eskridge on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Straight ahead, it's Walker. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. They'll try and run it with Walker. And he will have the Seahawks 1st down. He was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. The run up the middle, it's Walker. What a run, he brings it to the red zone, taken down inside the 20-yard line. A gain there of 27 yards. Two minutes to play. First half. All tied at 7. Greg and I back to Atlanta in a moment. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Gino. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, Smith. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6? And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Ray McCloud on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Falcons offense and running back Bijan Robinson headed back onto the field. He has run the ball well to this point in the season, right there amongst the NFL leaders in rushing. Cousins now to throw on first down. That'll be caught by McCloud. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Cousins to throw. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. Finding room at midfield. And he will go all the way. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Atlanta. What a pretty touchdown that was. Nothing looks nicer than a well set up screen, and that was executed to perfection.
Mike, the key to any successful screenplay is the timing between the offensive lineman getting out and where the running back is when he catches it. You'll see it here played out perfectly. He gets the escorts out in front of him, gets the key blocks he needs, all the way down for 6.
The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Working out of the gun, Smith. There's Lockett for the catch. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. To throw is Smith. Connecting with the tight end, that's Fant. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Smith to throw on first down. This one complete to his tight end, Fant. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. That's Lockett. Downfield, he's got it. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. So here's a chance to take the lead going into the locker room. It's 1st and goal. A hit, and he has lost the football. And fortunately, their center able to rein it in, and they'll retain possession. On 2nd down, Smith. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
This taken in at the goal line. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So, we're at halftime here in Atlanta, and the Falcons are in the lead. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And it's the Titans with the lead in the second quarter of play. DeAndre Hopkins, a touchdown reception. From there, we head on over to Wisconsin to check on the Packers at home at Lambeau Field. And they've got the lead over the visiting Houston Texans. Christian Watson with a touchdown reception from Jordan Love. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie. See what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Deshaun Watson on fire. 3 touchdown passes. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a 1-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for with both these teams in it to win it.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. I like we're going to play a big role in who wins this one. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Seahawks offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down. Smith now. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. Kicking time for the Seahawks. They'll punt this one away. They'll punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And great coverage on special teams. They'll mark it down inside the 5-yard line. The Falcons offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and they've made him a real weapon in the passing game. And that'll be a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 7-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front.
He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you could see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield, perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap, and they'll give it to Robinson. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He'll get this to McLeod. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
That's good for a Falcons. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
Now, Cousins. He'll get this to the former Bear, Darnell Mooney.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Another run here for Robinson. Heading outside, going to be close. It's going to depend on the spot. They're going to mark him short, and it is going to be 4th down.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
Whose kick is good. And the Falcons will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The Seahawks offense and their running back set to go once more. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Gino taking the deep shot for Smith and Jigba.
I think it's one of those cases where he just tried to put a little bit too much on it and fit it into that window, Mike, and sails it high. Give his guy a chance to bring that one down. Put that ball on his chest and help him secure that catch. At this level, when you're that open, that ball has to be completed.
And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Smith. He's going to look deep here, looking for Lockett. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down. The Seahawks sending out their punt team. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. There's Kirk Cousins. He and the Falcons set for their next drive. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. That one complete to Moore. And he's going to have this one up near the 28.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
2nd down, Cousins. That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down. He has it by plenty. They keep the drive alive here on 3rd and inches. They'll go again with Robinson. Past midfield to the 45. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
Nice run that time, and Bijan Robinson, I mean, what can you say, Mike, about his rookie season? Over 1,400 yards from scrimmage, and you know what the crazy part is? I think there's a lot of room for him to continue to improve, both himself and the system that he's operating in.
Off the play fake, here's Cousins. That'll be caught. It's Tyler Algier.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game. Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to take over here up near the 40. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Gino. This one taken in by Chenault. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. A shotgun run now with Walker. And he'll get the 1st down there, a pickup of about 5 yards. He'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. Not a lot on that one. He'll take it down to the 36. 2nd down and 8. From the gun, here's the give to Walker. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down. Now Walker. And they bring him down at the 23, but that will do just fine. Move the chains. 1st down picked up.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Seahawks.
On the bootleg, it's Smith. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Pretty evident that the defense is just giving no time of day to any run actions. They are playing pass all the way, and he can continue to give as many play-action fakes as he wants. It hasn't affected anybody, and in this case, it results in a sack.
Tough to bring down, and somehow he manages to get 4 yards out of that. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
McLeod now to return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Falcons offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Now, Cousins. To the left side, into the hands of Moore. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Cousins. Right back to Moore, another grab. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. Cousins to throw. Open man downfield. That's London. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. That pickup good for 29 yards.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. 2nd down and 3. Pitts is the man in motion. They're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And we'll see a timeout used by the defense, stopping it right out of the break. 1:57 to go in the game. They'll drop to throw. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So here comes Younghoe Koo in a pressure spot. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Eskridge now to return it. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. This offense ready for their next possession, led by their running back. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. They go play action with Smith. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. They'll try again here. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Gino. He'll get this complete to Walker. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. Timeout Seahawks. That is their 2nd. And it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. He'll get this out to his running back. Here comes 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Smith. And the rush gets there. Down he goes. The crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. Checking it down. This one is caught. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Finding yourself down to your final timeout, this is the moment. This is the drive that you have to find a way to extend if you're going to claw yourself back into this game. But the defense comes up with a huge stop, and that will all but end this game.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win here for the Falcons. They're able to bounce back after a difficult loss a week ago. Respond with a much better overall performance, and it culminates in a victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Falcons are winners as we say so long.